Welcome to the Baking Cast. Here are your hosts today, Kenny Owuna and
Ethan Jennings. And today, our first topic is impossible meat. We all know what it is. Well, it's not even meat, it's impossible sustenance. I'm not even going to classify it as meat because it's not. I won't lie to myself, and we shouldn't either. No one should lie to themselves about this. Impossible meat, it's all over the place. Everybody loves it because they're like, oh yeah, it tastes like meat, and it's not meat. It's perfect for everybody who wants to eat healthier and save the planet simultaneously. What I don't like is that they're trying to bring impossible meat to schools. I don't like that at all. And I guess you can see why, because it affects me and other people. How do you feel about this, Kenny?
well, yeah. Well, you kind of said it all. What are they doing? Like, why are they forcing their own decisions onto me? Like, I don't know if this sounds rude or like kind of messed up, but like, the world is screwed.
Yeah,
Earth is screwed. Like, we're literally a floating rock in space, in an infinite void, if you will. There's like, why are we trying to save, people? Like, and I know that kind of sounds crazy, but it's like, to me, my philosophy is just live your life and live it to the fullest. Like, I mean, if let me just like throw some knowledge, out there in terms of space that I'm even talking about right now. There is a black hole in space that is less than like a light year away from us, and it really could eat our planet at any given moment, and we won't even know, because in the blink of an eye, like a Thanos snap, we'd all be gone. So and that type of things, where like McDonald's, because I've gone to McDonald's like I think once, in a while, and like they're doing like paper straws. I don't know what's the point of all of that. Like, I don't. I mean, I understand, yeah, global warming, slow down the rates, cool. But we can do that, and we can heavily impact the changes in global warming by our trash. We don't need to be doing all of that. If we keep our trash clean and keep, plastic and stuff out of the ocean, we'll be fine. But if you research how much plastic is already in the ocean, there's no point. So the fact that, we're trying to change all these new things and going vegan and vegetarian, like, I find it no point. And if you want to do that, be my guest, but just don't inflict it on me. And the fact that they're trying to put that in schools is a no go. Like, if I gotta stop by the neighborhood Chick-fil-A on my way to school, I will, but like, come on.
yeah, like it's just not cool at all. Like, I mean, I am one for saving the environment. I am one for all of that. I want the best for humanity and whatnot, but I kind of draw the line when you start feeding us fake meat, because I mean, that's what it is. It's fake meat. No matter how
Yeah.
healthy it is, no matter how cool for the environment it is, it's fake meat. It's not real. And you know, I know it's better, but I personally don't like that type of thing. When I think that it's something else, I ingest it, and then I find out that it's not that. Even if it was still good, don't lie to me. Because
Yeah.
yeah, it's like when you start to lie about certain things, like maybe you cheated on something or you messed with me in a certain way. I'm fine with whatever it is. I can forgive you for that. When you start to lie about what I'm putting in my body, then, I start to kind of get iffy about it because you had no business doing that in the first place. Tell me what I'm eating. And I'm just sitting here assuming that if they do put it in the schools, they're not going to tell us that that's what it is. They're just going to keep giving it to us. Because the current state of meat that we have in our food, it's not good either. Like, I mean, let's be honest, it's not like pure A grade meat. They're not going to tell us that because it's not. It's not at all. And like you said, another factor that weighs in for me is, we've got a huge black hole. The Earth could it be obliterated in a second, and we're here eating fake meat. I don't want to go out like that.
Yeah, like there's no point in trying to save yourself. Like, just live. Like, there's too, and I'm not saying stress over it, but there are too many extraterrestrial, like, there's just so many problems, and there's an infinite amount of things that could all kill us so quickly for you to be worrying about things like your meat. Live your life. We don't have time for that. Like, and the fact that, like, I'm even aware that I could die at any second, and, like, I'm a kid, like, I'm only a teenager. I have so much time, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean I'm not aware of what's going on around me and above me. Like, you just have to face reality, man. Like, nobody's gonna ask for a nice burger, well done, and they get plant meat. Like, how, first of all, how do you even turn a plant into a meat? How does that happen? Like, how do you turn? I don't even know what they do. But the point is, they're just playing with something that shouldn't be played with. Honestly.
Yeah, and it's like it's just so unnatural because no matter how you put it, they're making it in a lab. Like I don't know if you've seen the videos with Impossible Meat, but they make it in a lab, like specifically for like perfectly or somewhat perfectly to make it seem like it's real meat. Like they add like different components to make sure that it sizzles really nicely, like it feels like real meat when you throw it on the stove or when you throw it on the grill, and they add different things to make it smell like real meat when the fumes start to come off of it, and it's very unnatural and scary. Like I could go to the store with someone, I could try to buy some real meat. They could swap it out for that impossible junk. We'd go home, they'd make it for me, and they give it to me. I wouldn't even know that I'm not eating real meat, you know? Like, it's the same concept as, like, the fake meat that some restaurants have. It's the same concept as that. I mean, personally, I feel like if you want to eat impossible stuff, yeah, that's fair. They have it on their menus. That's completely fair. That's cool. But when you start to give it to schools and stuff, then that's not cool because, you know, the kids don't really have a choice of what they're going to eat. So, I
Yeah.
mean, like, it's
And
healthier for
all
them,
of the
but, like,
kids are voiceless. That's the worst part. All of the kids are voiceless. Like, there are some kids who might be vegetarians. Sure, pop off their vegetarian items. But for you to force things on people who just kind of want to live their life and eat whatever meat they want to eat, that's kind of messed up. To me, at least.
yeah, like I said, at restaurants they have a choice, but at schools we don't really have a choice of what's on the menu for lunch, which is fair. You know, it's public school, especially public school. You know, it's public school. That's what it is. You know, we shouldn't have a choice. I mean, I even think that we shouldn't have a choice, and I go to public school because you know it's fair game. You pay them money, they give you decent food that you know what's in it. You know what you're about to put in your body, even though it may be bad. You know what you're putting in your body. You know, when you start to feed me fake meat, then I'm like, it gets kind of, like I said, it gets kind of iffy. I'm like, what else am I not being told? Then
Yeah,
that's when
yeah.
legal things start to happen. People take legal action. They're like, oh, well, they're good. No, it doesn't matter how good it is for you. It's not just, you know, it's insane, you know, like
It's
I
not right. We
it's
should
not
go on a
right.
crusade.
Yeah.
A crusade. Oh my goodness.
Crusade.
Yeah, but I definitely understand how you feel. Like, I kind of at my high school, I wanted to go to um I wanted to go to a culinary arts program because since I was a kid, like, we always used to have barbecues at like other places in my family at different households, and what I would always like enjoy the most would be my mom's cookings and like my uncles and my dad's meat. And I was like, dang, like, how do you make this? So I've always been interested in me because I was like, dang, like, this is so good. I want to make this myself one day. So I've tried, even myself, to replicate replicate my own recipes to perfect it, just so I could be the type of, man that learns how to cook. You know what I mean? Because I aspire to be a good husband, and I think a good husband also needs to learn how to cook. Like a wife isn't just meant for, like, okay, that's I was gonna say like making sandwiches. That's a very bad reference, but like you get what I'm saying. Like, they're not just machines that cook for you and please you. Like that's not what they're for. They're human beings, so you have to treat them with equal respect, and they also need days off. So I think that as a man, I would want to be able to like do stuff like that, because that's pretty cool. So, you know, the fact that they're changing the meat industry just for some vegan freaks, like, tee up, respectfully. The vegan teacher, like, from what I've seen, like, there are vegans who literally, like, go outside and protest really violently against, like outside, butchers or, meat places. But the reality is that's just people's lifestyle. And so you can't force, your ways upon someone else. Granted, it might be good. Like, yes, I do understand that vegetarians and vegans, they're gonna live forever. They're not eating, red meat and all this stuff that's bad. But if you want to live your life, let them live their life. That's just my thing, and I want my life to be lived by my own rules. So I'm not trying to get into any of that weird plant based whatever. No thanks.
Yeah, like me personally, I don't know. Maybe one day I might become vegan because it's good for you. It's whatever, but not right now. I like meat and I like all the different types of meat. I'm sorry. I don't care if there was a cute pig on a farm that got slaughtered for me to have this hot dog. I'm sorry. I gotta eat. It is what it
Oh
is. I gotta eat. And I want to eat when I want to eat. Because if I'm going to feed into capitalism, I gotta get what I want from it. Because that's what I'm paying you for, right?
yeah,
And it's the same
capitalism.
concept with this impossible meat. If I'm paying the lunch ladies for a burger, a beef burger, I want a burger made of beef. That's what I want. And then it goes into like you said, you got the vegan teacher. I just personally don't understand her cuz or
Yeah,
okay,
I,
this
I
is
you know, I think that the vegan teacher, like people like her, they're just like Karens. Like they just don't want to live their own life, and they always want to be meddling into like other people's life. And I apologize for the use of this horrible word, Ethan. But impossible meat is like, dare I say, communism.
no, go for it. I mean, it is what it
Like
is. We speak our minds.
it's communism, bro. It's communism. Like, my dude, you're telling me that you're gonna force plant plant meat, plant meat from green, make it make sense, and you want to stuff it down everyone's throat because of what? Communism at its finest.
At its finest. And okay, there's two types of vegans. I don't care what anyone says. From what I've seen, there's two types of vegans. There's vegans that, do what they gotta do. They try to kind of promote veganism. That's fine, do what you gotta do. Because I have no problem with you showing your thoughts on things and showing how you think that things could be better. That's whatever it is. That's fine. Go for it. But there's a second type of vegan that is that they share their thoughts on these things and then they think that they know everything. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like,
Yep.
that they're just above all other humans, which is the case with the vegan teacher, because not only does she do, veganism and try to promote it, I find, try to promote it. That is what it is. You're using your platform for good. Try to promote it. And for what you believe in, try to promote it. That's fine. Go ahead. But then what my problem with her is what she started to do is go into things like religion. You just because you are trying, just because you know things about veganism and how to eat healthy doesn't mean that you should start to touch things like religion. And what set a lot of people off is when she was like, yeah, just, do whatever you want. One day you could be an atheist, and the next day you could be a Christian, and the next day you could do whatever religion you want, whatever day you want. And that's what set a lot of people off. It personally set me off as well, because that's not how religion works. People believe in certain things because of the backstory of them, because of the history of them, because of specific things. It's not just something that you can just shrug off and be like, oh, I don't care about that. I want to be this religion because it sounds cool. And when you start to feed that to a younger audience, because that's who's on TikTok, kids. There's no adults on TikTok. It's on TikTok. There's certain adults, but the content they make appeals to kids, like funny videos or whatever. We all know that TikTok appeals to kids and people our age. So when you start to throw that stuff out there and you try to influence children into thinking these things, when you try to kind of make it seem like things don't matter, but that's what I don't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're spinning right now, bro. You've put the nail in the coffin, however they say that. Like, in conclusion, the vegan teacher is a Karen, and she's the problem with this generation. Yeah. People like her. I just wish, like, not even wish. I just think that living your life for your own benefit and not, just intruding, just minding your own business, I think that's like swag. I went to a private school, and so I really hope that they didn't say this anywhere because it was mad cringy. But, like, I don't know if you've ever heard the term MYOB. Like, kids used to shove that down our throats all the time. We were talking out of turn, the whole class would just turn around and just yell MYOB at you, and I was just like, oh my god, this is in fact very violent. But they were drilling into your head to mind your own business. Just vibe and keep quiet. If you got something to say, speak at the appropriate time. Influence the right thing. And that's not what, these Karens, people like the vegan teacher, are doing. And, I didn't even think about, like, you were talking about the platform and, like, how she's appealing to kids on TikTok. I didn't even think about that. So that's a really, really big factor that not even everybody looks at. So, like, it's just a whole bunch of, like, confusion. Like, you can never just have anything perfect. I feel like, those type of people are just, like, not vegans, but, like, just those people who just will never mind their own business and just force you to be something you're not. Like, the scum of the earth, bro. Literal.
Yeah, because, not only do they act like their opinion is, amazing, which is, I'm fine with, because it's your opinion. Act like your opinion is amazing, But, what those types of people do is they act like their opinion is amazing, and, like, other people's opinions don't mean anything. And that's when I kind of draw the line, you know what I mean? That's when I draw the line. And it's like, like, we talk about technology here. Technology is evolving just like these meats are, because, I'm fine with the evolution of, meats as well, because that's technically a technological advancement, because, the way that they're making it, this is science, this is technology, but, it's like, we have to learn to kind of evolve with it. I might not think that I would ever enjoy impossible meat, but, maybe I'll try it one day and be like, oh, this is good, this is great, whatever. But that's just like technology. I have to evolve as well. Humans evolve, technology evolves. And another way, segueing into our second subject or topic, is TikTok. Again, I know we just talked about it kinda-ish, but again. So, TikTok is going for a fire-based type solution with I don't know if you know this, but you've got some services that you can log into and create accounts with that are instead of having to like put in a username and password, you can like log into your Google account and it automatically makes like a whole account for you based off of
Yeah.
your profile picture, your email address, your password, everything. It makes it for you, and I think that's cool. And TikTok is moving forward trying to do that as well. So maybe one day soon, maybe even we'll be able to use our TikTok. I mean, I don't have a TikTok account. I don't use it, but we'll be able to. Or I don't use it that much. Rather, I use it, but not that much. But for the people that care, you'll be able to use your TikTok accounts eventually to log into things instead of having to use an email and password and set all of that up. It's way more efficient and it's a cool technological advancement. How do you feel about that, Kenny?
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I use TikTok a lot. Like, but okay. Let me set this straight. TikTok is a plague. TikTok is not okay. It's bad. It is bad for you. It's horrible. Now that that's out of the way, yeah, I think that's really cool. I love TikTok. I use it all the time. It's like once you start watching it, it's so hard to stop, and it's just like it's pain. It's painful. Like I remember, just last night, I was on my phone and somebody sent me a TikTok, and I was like, oh hey, like it's been a while. Like what did they send me? And it was just like a TikTok, like sometimes we might not talk, but we'll still be friends forever because we're good friends. I was like, oh yeah, cool, that's facts. But then I realized that it had opened the app, and I had scrolled one time, and in that moment, my brain was just like,
oh no.
In that moment, he knew he messed up. Like it's over.
It's over.
No, literally, it is the end of your existence. Because next thing you know, it's 12 in the morning. You have school in like 6 hours, and you're like, huh? What? You need to catch the bus at 6:45, and you're sitting here on TikTok at 1:30 in the morning because your train of thought was it's just a 1-minute video. Like it's so bad. Like it's just so terrible for you. It's, oh my goodness. But the fact that TikTok is trying to do their due and help with the technological advancements and logging in and things like of that sort, I like that. I like that they're trying to do that, because a lot of people have TikTok. I think TikTok is around 1 billion downloads, or I think 2 even. But just that, even that number in itself, it's a very large number. Like a lot of people love TikTok, and it's a very very good thing. It's a very very widely known thing. So I think that I definitely think that TikTok, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's not like I hate TikTok, but it's like you said, it's like a plague. It's addictive. Once you pick it up, it's over for you because you're going to be on there for hours and hours, and it keeps you coming back over and over again because it becomes kind of like a drug. It becomes addictive. And as we all know, that's bad for you. And I feel like in this one instance, we can really say that this form of social media is addictive, because people are like, yeah, social media is addictive for you. I mean, yeah, I use Instagram a lot, but like it's not all I do with my day. Like I'd say like one out of if I had to split my day into groups of 50, I'd say that 1/50th of my day is on social media. That includes Twitter, Discord, Instagram, anything else, TikTok, even though I don't go there, TikTok, because well, for starters, I don't have a lot of people to talk to, because
Same.
I'm that type of guy, so I don't have a lot of people to talk to. And also, it's not a very good use of my time, because I'm a productive person. I gotta develop these games, I gotta keep it moving, gotta go chase that bag, you know what I mean?
Chase that bag.
Chase that bag. And, even if it's like, that including in that 50th of my time, out of my day includes like when I have to use social media or whatever it is to do work, because I'm on social media. You see me all over the place. Like, this is a business. This podcast stuff, this is part of a business, you know what I mean? This is it. So not only am I using it for entertainment and such, I'm using this as a way to chase that bag, because even though I'm here talking to you, Kenny, and we're doing this podcast, it's social media, we're still chasing that bag. So
Indeed.
yeah, so we're being productive. And if it makes it any faster for us to log in things and make accounts with things with TikTok and make us more productive, then they can go for it. I mean, I don't like TikTok itself as a platform, but if it makes stuff easier for people and it's more efficient, then yeah, go for it. And it will be more efficient because people have TikTok accounts. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely will say this, like, TikTok has a few users that have completely reached the peak of comedy. Like, I mean, I use TikTok. I as much as I hate to admit it, I use TikTok a lot. Like, I will find myself at like 11 o'clock on a weekend just, vibing. I finally got through, my last Friday class, knocked out all my assignments, and I'm just vibing, sitting in my room, and I'll start to watch TikTok. And, next thing I know, it's 3 a.m. and I've been up all night. But there are a few users who utilize, the memes and what we have around us that is universally funny, and they've reached the peak of comedy. So I think that TikTok is it's like a 50-50 for me, because there are things and people on TikTok that are actually really funny and really entertaining, but it's just so time consuming, and it feels good. Like in the moment, it feels good when you're just laughing, but then you realize that, your project or your essay had to be due, and then you're screwed.
Yeah, like it's temporary pleasure. It's like drugs, Once you start to, like I said earlier, once you start to be on it, you want more and more because it makes you feel good temporarily. And then after it's all gone and the ecstasy has been relinquished out of your temple, you realize how bad things are IRL. You're like, oh, well, dang, I gotta go and do this and that. Maybe I shouldn't have spent so much time on this. But you know what? You can't get your time back because you spent it on TikTok like an idiot.
With that statement that you just made, Ethan, I would like to make a short 1-sentence PSA. Don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad.
Oh yeah, drugs are bad for you. Don't do it. Come on now.
Drugs are bad.
Don't be that guy. So, it's like, either way for me, you can do what you want to do, people. Be on social media as much as you want. It's not like it's like intensely bad for you, because this is the future, This is how it's gonna be from now on out. We have to use the internet and electronics in order to move forward and in order to get things done, which is sensible, I guess, because it's everywhere. It's everywhere, here and now, and it always will be. So, either way, like I said earlier, you do what you gotta do, which relates to both topics, the impossible meat and TikTok and junk, because, do what you gotta do to get things done. Don't get me involved. Keep it to yourself. Yada, yada, yada. Such and such. You know what I mean, Kenny?
Yes, sir.
So,
all right.
So with that being said, you've got your daily message from the Bacon Cast. Keep it to yourself. And with that, we will be wrapping up this episode of the Bacon Cast. We hope you enjoyed our ride, your ride, and everyone's ride here to the end. And we hope that you'll go down into the description of wherever you're getting this podcast and check out our social media and check out our game Rainbow Repo and its demo on GameJolt or itch.io or wherever you get your indie games. And with that being said, we gotta wrap this up. Goodbye.
Peace, y'all.